how's it going, y'all? Hope y'all are having a good day so far. It's Thursday. We don't have classes here, so this is insane. But we're in Job 37, and this is gonna be a good one. If you're going through stuff, please listen, because I think I got a good message here. And I've noticed my videos have been getting long, so I'm gonna try to make them a little shorter. But yeah, 37 starts out right where 36 left off. Just talking about the rain and stuff, and how God announces the storm, and everyone knows that it's coming. And Elihu's still talking. He says, "At this my heart pounds and leaps from its place. Listen to the roar of his voice, to the rumbling that comes from his mouth. He unleashes his lightning beneath the whole heaven and sends it to the ends of the earth. After that comes the sound of his roar. He thunders with his majestic voice. When his voice resounds, he holds nothing back. God's voice thunders in marvelous ways. He does great things beyond our understanding." And that's so true just for not even storms, because yeah, we understand how storms are made, but why, But he does so many things for so many reasons that we never will know. And we just pray that one day we find out, and we hope that it's for good. And it ultimately is for good, and I'll touch more on that in a bit. But he says to the snow, "Fall on the earth, and the rain shower be a mighty downpour, so that everyone he has made may know his work. He stops all people from their labor." So this is just kind of him saying he's causing a big storm, so people know that this is him doing this. And we see this in past chapters, or other books of the Bible, when God's people are really disobedient and kind of plotting against his ways and what he knows is good for them. He causes this big storm just to open their eyes. And a lot of times we need that. And in our life, we'll be going through something and it'll seem like a lot. And I've had this. And then God causes a big storm and things seem like they're getting worse, but this is his call for there's nothing that we can really do on our own. So we need to reach out to him, which is what I personally did, and my life has changed immensely. I don't even know if that's the right word, but that's just the word that God put in me. He changed my life, and reaching out and calling for him when I was in the darkest pits of my life is the greatest thing that I've ever done, and I don't think I'd be here on this earth without it. So there's that. 8 says, "The animals take cover, they remain in their dens. The tempest comes out from its chamber, the cold from the dry. The breath of God produces ice, and the broad waters become frozen. He loads the clouds with moisture, he scatters his lightning through them. At his direction they swirl around, over the face of the earth, to do whatever he commands. He brings the cloud to punish people, or to water his earth and show his love." Like I was saying, a lot of people see it as punishment, and why is this getting hard? But he's trying to show you love. He's trying to show you that we can't do it without him, because we can't. We try to take things into our own hands, and then it becomes too much, and we try to stack all this stuff, and it all starts falling apart. I know from experience that it's happened multiple times to me. And then Elihu says, "Listen to this, Job. Stop and consider God's wonders. Do you know how God controls the clouds and makes his lightning flash? Do you know how the clouds hang poised, those wonders of him who has perfect knowledge? You who swelter in your clothes when the land lies hushed under the south wind, can you join him in the spreading out of the skies, hard as a mirror of cast bronze?" That part kind of confused me a little bit, but it's basically just saying we cannot in a million years ever do what he does, because what he does is so great. And then it says, "Tell us what we should say to him. We can't draw up our case because of our darkness. Should he be told that I want to speak? Would anyone ask to be swallowed up?" And this is just saying sometimes we can't really make our case to the Lord and just complain about all this little stuff, because we know that in reality it's happening for a reason. All this stuff in my past, now that I've had my eyes open, I know this all happened for a reason, and I'm perfectly fine with it. Totally content with it, and I'm happy it happened, because it made me who I am. I was just talking to my friend today. He asked me about something new that happened in my life. I was like, yeah, this happened, and then that door got closed, and God opened up a new one for me, and I'm happier than I've ever been. And it's just great that I can like look back on that and know that that's what God was planning for me, and I couldn't be more grateful. Now no one can look at the sun, bright as it is in the skies, after the wind has swept them clean. Out of the north he comes in golden splendor. God comes in awesome majesty. The Almighty is beyond our reach and exalted in power. In his justice and great righteousness he does not oppress. Therefore people revere him. For does he not have regard for all the wise in his heart? I really like that part. Now no one can look at the sun, bright as it is, after the skies have swept them clean. So that's like, I don't even know what I just said. After the wind swept them clean. So that's like, I think of it as like the wind clearing out the clouds, and then like I think of God just like coming down and just like shining, and it's beyond our reach and our power because he's just so great. And in his justice and great righteousness, he does not oppress. He doesn't oppress us. He gives us challenges and trials so that we can grow and learn. Therefore, people revere him. For does he not have regard for all the wise in heart? I just love that. And then there's obviously some more verses that I want to go over. I probably read this like 8 times to y'all, but it's from my favorite book, Romans, and my favorite chapter, 8. So I'm going to read it again. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. For those God foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. So I'm really looking at 28 there. And God does good for those that love him. And you show your love to him. I mean, he's going to love you anyways, but when you show that love, it just like means so much more. And then I got Isaiah 55, 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Just want to leave y'all on that note. Maybe a verse to think about, but I'm going to explain it. Basically just saying, like, we have our own picture planted in our minds of what we want our lives to look like, but God's is greater, and it always is going to be greater, because, you know, he loves us. He wants what's best for us, and he's going to give us what is best for us, even though in our minds it might look different. But yeah, that's kind of just what I want to leave y'all with. Hope y'all have a great day today, and enjoy.